Georgetown, and then through Millsboro, all the way down to Frankfort and Selbyville. Route 13 from Delmar up to Seaford and Bridgeville looking good. 404 from Bridgeville to Georgetown. Harbison and Lewis an okay go. Not too bad in Worcester County. Route 1590 in and out of Ocean City. Northbound Coastal Highway, still have the construction. Now it's about 57th Street up to 64th Street. In Wycomico County, moving along on 50 from Willits to Pittsville over to Parsonsburg. Bypass around Salisbury looking good. Big picture, 50 good to the Bay Bridge. That's your traffic for the Voice Radio Network.
Brandon Lang.
What's happening, gang?
Hey,
Hi.
good morning. BrandonLang.com. How's your pockets looking?
How you doing?
I got to tell you, I just literally went online because I said, Jessica sounds so hot. I got to see what she looks like. And you're a hottie.
I was gonna say.
Oh, my
you bet on that and you lost.
Yeah,
You bet on that and you got disappointed.
Bill doesn't approve.
Listen, living in Vegas, all my buddies will say, yeah, I met this girl. We started dating, and the line, because again, my mom moved here in 1983, so I've had a lot of Star Trek moments in this town where we have gone where no man has gone before. I mean, it's just, that's Vegas. And the line amongst my friends in my inner circle is they meet a girl, is she stripper hot? And that's how we classify anybody meets Jessica stripper hot, boys and girls.
Stop
Stripper hot.
Please.
Let's get that out of there.
Please.
So she lets that hair down, takes those glasses off. It's over. She's the school teacher in Varsity Blues. There we go, baby.
Please.
There we go.
Brandon Lang, I think we need to. I think we need to look twice on some of your bets over there, buddy. Hey, look, BrandonLang.com. Check the website out. Of course, if you don't know who he is, I'm sure you most likely have seen the movie Two for the Money. You were Matthew McConaughey, or Matthew McConaughey was you in that movie. Of course, with Al Pacino. Last time you were on the show, we were getting ready for the big game, the Super Bowl. We talked about that. How'd you make out during the big game? I mean, a lot of people were betting on the Eagles, and I know you never told us who was going to be the winner, but I know, you were kind of hitting towards that. What you think?
Towards them.
Give us your analysis.
If you're going to tell me before the game that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to score 35 points, that Jalen Hurts was going to throw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Jalen Hurts was going to run for 2 touchdowns, and you were going to tell me before the game, based on those numbers, you can bet $5 million at the window in Philadelphia. I'd have bet $5 million on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
So here's a little
I
problem.
know.
Here's a little problem in my business, kids. Here it is. There's 3 things you can't handicap in this business. 3 things. You can't handicap penalties, you can't handicap turnovers, and you can't handicap coaching stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
And it took those 3 things for the Philadelphia Eagles to lose the Super Bowl. The fumble return for a touchdown to give Kansas City those free 7 points, that was that.
Yeah.
The penalty at the end of the game should have never happened because Philadelphia should have been comfortably in front. But the coaching stupidity of the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles in the second half was one of the worst coaching jobs I've ever seen in Super Bowl history. And how that guy got a head coaching job off of that at Arizona just goes to show you that whatever the owner and management is smoking or whatever edibles they're eating to hire this guy as their head coach, they are going nowhere. This is as bad a hire as Nathaniel Hackett was last year for Denver. This guy is clueless. He does not have a clue. I'm going to bet against the Arizona Cardinals $5,000 every single game against them this year because I guarantee you this clown, he's lucky if he wins 3 games down there. He's as clueless as any coach I've ever seen.
Jonathan Gannon.
Because I'm angry because he buried me in the Super Bowl. But people in Philadelphia were telling me for years how bad he was. And one stop in the second half, Philadelphia's champion. He didn't blitz once. He made no adjustments. He just stood on the sideline like a mannequin. Like one of those guys that you see on the 3rd Street Promenade in L.A. where he doesn't move for an hour and then you got to tip him. And all of a sudden he moves. That was him.
Wow. Yeah. No, I mean,
right.
all I heard about was Jonathan Gannon after the game. So a lot of people,
Yep.
agree with, what you're saying. Now, we do have to move on, though. It's March Madness. We actually have the Bill and Jessica March Madness pool going on. Everybody's getting ready for, the tournament coming up, starting this weekend. Can you give us first off, how many brackets do you do? Do you do the bracket thing, or do you bet more on, like, certain teams? Like, how do you do it?
There's two things. At BrandonLang.com, every one of my handicappers did a bracket.
Okay.
You can go there, look at their bracket for free. They can help you fill out your bracket. If there's some games you're struggling with, go there, look at their bracket, let them help you. All the brackets are up. And then as far as each day betting, there's a one-day free all-access pass where you can go there and get a free day. Doesn't cost you a thing. And have some fun on Thursday and get everybody's pick. And it's one game a day. Like I said, I went 11-2 in this tournament last year and had my greatest tournament of my career. This year, the games aren't jumping out as much as I would like them to.
Right.
But the main question I always get asked is there a 16 seed that's going to win, a 15 seed that's going to win, a 14 seed that's going to win, a 13 seed that's going to win? And so for me, I don't see a 15 seed being able – I don't see Princeton beating Arizona. Not saying it can happen. I don't see Vermont beating Marquette. Can it happen? Yeah, but I don't see it. Can Colgate beat Texas? I don't see it. Can UNC Asheville beat UCLA? I just don't see it. If there's one, maybe Princeton can beat Arizona just because it's the smart boys and it's Princeton and it's just every year Princeton. You get nervous because Princeton and their offense. Now, when we move to the 14 seed, I just don't see Santa Barbara beating Baylor. Not saying it can't happen. I don't see. Maybe Montana State can scare Kansas State if Kansas State goes cold offensively a little bit. I just don't know if the 14th seed down there in that can Gonzaga get beat by Grand Canyon, although you can probably bet your children's life saving on over 158 in that game because they might combine for 200 because all they're going to do is run up and down the floor. So that brings us to our 13 seeds. I think there's 3 13 seeds that can make some noise. Louisiana Lafayette can play. The Raging Cajuns. They're playing Tennessee. They're getting 10.5.
Okay.
That might be a little closer than people think. Furman is a 13 seed playing Virginia. I'd be nervous. And then Kent State. Kent State, keep an eye on them, boys and girls, because Kent State played Houston earlier this year to a 5-point game. They went into Gonzaga, played Gonzaga to a 6-point game. A couple of 13 seeds there might make some noise, but Kent State's the 13 seed that I think upsets Indiana.
3 teams. 3 teams. Well, 3 teams real quick. And I'm sorry, we're just strapped for time a little bit here.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble. But 3 teams that I want to ask you about real quick. I picked Alabama to win the whole thing. What
You're right, 100%. Got that.
You like
He
that?
did too. I'm looking at his bracket. He did too.
Oh, he did too. Oh, wow. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Why did I know that? All right. Very good. So that's good. How do you think Maryland, we're in Maryland, so how do you think Maryland is going to do in the tournament this year?
I think Maryland got shafted because West Virginia is really good. If they get by West Virginia, they're not beating Alabama.
Right.
So they got slotted. They got slotted really bad. And I'm a big Kevin Willard fan. I think Kevin does a great job and got kind of a raw deal at Seton Hall, but I think they got shafted. That's a tough draw with West Virginia, but it doesn't matter because West Virginia or Maryland is going to get beat by Alabama. Alabama and Brandon Miller are just they can flat out go. Quickly, everybody wants to know who's the first number 1 seed to get beat. Both Kansas and Purdue are losing in the round of 32. Memphis is going to beat Purdue, and Arkansas is going to beat Kansas. But the game I really, really like, Memphis will beat Purdue in round 2 on Saturday or Sunday. Mark that down.
Okay. All right. Very good.
All right.
BrandonLang.com. Make sure to check him out. Get those bets in. Go check him out. 2 for the money. Watch the movie. Brandon, thank you so much for checking in. Good luck. And hopefully we can talk to you after the tournament to see how, everything went in our brackets.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Brandon.
Wake up every Thursday morning starting at 6 with Bill and Jessica for Throwback